Okay, so this is going to be the video submission for the spring 2025 exam for CS 232. So let me switch over to the header file for my class. Here is the declaration of the class. Class name is miles per hour. I have my private members, I have my public members. In the private members, I have the variables distance and time. In the public area of my class, I have the default constructor and the overloaded constructor. If you notice, the default constructor doesn't take any parameters. So that basically ensures that my class is able to instantiate no matter what. I have the overloaded constructor, which is basically going to allow the user to instantiate a object of this class to their specifications. I have my getter functions here, I have my setter functions, and I have my calculate functions. One thing to note is my setter functions are void because those aren't actually going to return anything. They are just going to set the data into this object. So I have the implementation file that I switched over here. So I have the implementation of the default constructor, implementation of the overloaded constructor, I have the implementation of the getter, and the setter, and the calculation functions. Calculation function is going to take two parameters, which is time and distance, and is going to divide them, which is the formula for speed. Here I have the scope resolution, which is basically going to allow this implementation file to go inside of the header file, which I have here. And then I'm going to switch over to my main program. I have my declarations, get user input, calculation functions. I also have a breakpoint right here. So let's go ahead and run this program. Cool. So it is asking me enter the distance traveled. Let's say it's going to be 60 and the time is 1. Bam. So my program switches over to the debugger here. So let's go ahead and switch into this function. So if you notice, it switches over to the implementation file. We can step over. It's looking at the variable distance, and bam, it jumps back over and step. And as you notice, my program is complete and the program works, calculation is correct, and there's my submission.